Hey, it's Councilmember Ramachandran here to share some pretty unfortunate news in the city. About 100 city workers have been given notices that they will be laid off in the next couple of weeks. This is a horrible situation for any city to go through and is just a very clear indication about how dire our financial situation really is right now. Personally, I know that there are a lot of really horrible cuts that are going to have to be made, a lot of difficult decisions that have to be made in the next several months. But I want to reiterate that I don't believe sending layoff notices to 100 city workers was one of the right things to do. Unfortunately, this decision was made by our city administrator. Even though, in order to keep our budget balanced, cuts had to be made, in my perspective, the city administrator should have considered cutting fewer positions at the top. We have a lot of very highly paid city leadership, and frankly, the costs of these positions compared to the value that they bring is very different from many of the city workers that were laid off, who perform essential city services as well as services that actively generate revenue for the city of Oakland. So as we move into the 2-year budget cycle known as the biennial budget process, the 2-year budget that's always voted on in June, there are ways to make your voice heard to your council representative on what you believe priorities should be. If you think that it is important to make sure that we're able to continue to fund city workers who perform everyday city services, whether that's in public safety, public works, transportation, parks, you can reach out to your council member. We've made a previous video on how to find out who your council member is, and you should communicate what your priorities are, because right now all council members in preparation for this budget process, this 2-year budget process happening in June, are starting to formulate their priorities, and there are lots of opportunities to make your voice heard. Stay tuned for more information on how all of this shakes up with our financial situation, but I know that with the right decisions and with the right community input, we will come out of this situation strong. Stay tuned.